easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take a new song. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You were not as tough as
that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts,
we're not as tough.
Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who were not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who were not as tough as me. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
Hello, hello, hello. We're here. We made it to Tuesday night. How are you, Kitty? With her shirt, Boda, Boda, Boda. Oh, I don't know what happened. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. We want to thank each and every one of you all who have dropped a like, share, subscribe, joining us either for the first time tonight or joining us for every other time. And so, again, we just want to say thank you so much. And we're so glad you're here. As you can tell, KDA is super excited. She's wearing her Boda shirt. So if you don't have any merch, I need to get Boda stuff. I also am representing Hatch tonight. That's who I'm representing. DJ, we appreciate you being here. And so, again, we hope that you enjoy it. And we are going to start off with KDA. Do you want to introduce our wonderful guest tonight? Oh, crap. I can't hear you. We just was able to hear her.
Can you hear me now?
Yay! Okay, we can hear. Yay! All right, let's start that again. Who are we representing tonight?
We are introducing our a great baiter, a great friend, and a great mentor, which is Boda Scambait.
That's right. So let's welcome everybody. Mr. Boda himself. Boda, hello. Welcome.
Hello there.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Hey, good. We're just glad everyone is here tonight, and we appreciate you joining us tonight as well, Boda.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate the offer.
Anytime. I was like, who do I want to torture? No, I mean, who do I want to interview? Who's the greatest baiter out there? Yeah.
And this is now her second Canadian.
Yeah.
So, of course, who's she going to pick out?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And speaking of Deo, you've done a couple of collabs with him.
Yes.
And I also heard that you guys had supper together.
Yeah. We went out for dinner. He came down to my area just before he went to that People's call center thing there.
Oh, how cool was that?
Yeah. So I treated him to a dinner, and he's an awesome guy. I mean, you can tell through all of his streams and everything that he's a great guy, but he's awesome in person too. So.
Good. I mean, he just seems like the normal, chill, very sweet, relaxed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all of us Canadians are, right? So.
Of course. All right, Katie.
I might be experiencing a little bit of internet issues tonight. So forgive me if I exit out during. I'm just.
Boda?
face reveal. I've done a bunch with my face in it. Well, not a bunch, I guess. I've done a couple. It's just I don't like to. It's always Elma that's on the mic, right? So I can't do a face reveal if Elma's doing it.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yeah, so tomorrow's weather forecast in Canada is in just in time for cannabis legalization. It's going to be cloudy with a chance of Doritos.
I love it. With the great lines.
Hey, Chester. Again, thank you guys for being here. And Katie, it looks like we are still having some issues with her. And yes, Boda, Whiskey just put in your website. Is that something that you want to go ahead and kind of talk about real quick, and I can show?
Well, I mean, it's not. I haven't really contributed to it for quite a while. It's kind of something that's on the back burner for now, but it's just somewhere where I like to put articles about different things. I've made soundboards of Elma and Michael, so like you could use to Scambait yourself.
Yes. And as you can see on the screen, I'm actually looking at it right now. And I like how you have the home, community, downloads, YouTube, all your resources, everything, which is great. So again, it's really nice, really organized.
Yeah.
So
Well, we
y'all
were
welcome to join.
we were doing a Scambaiter of the week actually for quite a while,
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah, you run out of Scambaiters after a while. So I mean,
You can, but you know what? We have some great ones. I mean, we got
yeah.
we
There's
got
some
Takeout,
some more that are
Q, Chester, definitely Siski, who was just on earlier today, who did a great job. So, and TAGOW, if you want someone to really do some really good raging, you know, he's really good.
yeah.
So again, I think it's great that you do have that, and it's a great resource and a great tool. When did you actually start it?
Oh,
Hey,
that
Mary.
was probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. I used to do a lot of web design and everything, so I can easily do that kind of stuff. So I quickly put up a website.
Oh, good. KDA, we were just showing the website, so you hadn't missed anything much. So he's had it for a couple years. All right. So KDA, can we hear you?
I'm back again, and I'm not.
Okay.
Hold on. I should be able to hear you. You should be able to hear me.
We can hear you, except it's kind of low though on my end. So I'm going to turn you up just a little bit. Hopefully, can everyone else hear pretty well?
I put myself on a different browser.
Okay.
I think the browser was kicking me off.
Well, hopefully we won't have any more, but just in case it does, I'm trying to keep it out, a screen, and also Whiskey's in the back, so he'll make sure that you get popped back in. So if we're showing a video or something like that, then we're good to go. Because that is something that we're going to show tonight, is just a few videos as well, ones that we really think are great. And Scambait 101,
Hello.
And if anyone does have any questions, Whiskey is going to be looking at chat as well as myself, and we will make sure that we do get to those questions. Boda is welcome to answer them at that time if he chooses to, or we can wait until a little bit closer to the end, and then we'll go from there. But otherwise, KDA, are we ready? All right, here we go. There we go.
Hopefully this stays. Okay, so Boda, my first question is, how long have you been baiting?
Well, I've been scam baiting for probably 12 or 13 years, but I started out doing email scam baiting. So I was doing that a whole bunch of 12 or 13 years ago. I was working at a call center, and I had a lot of downtime. So I read a lot of there's a 419eater.com.
Yes.
Yeah, so they had a whole archive of all kinds of hilarious scam baits. So I got into it, and I started scam baiting at work. So that kind of got me into kind of messing with people. But it wasn't really until the pandemic hit and there was lockdowns and everything is when I actually started making calls and doing it that way.
Oh, wow. Okay. So how has your scam baiting evolved since 12 years ago?
Oh, well, I mean, since 12 years ago.
That's a lot. That's a good long time. That's a good long
I still did a lot of ridiculous things. Like the things that I put them through now is just ridiculous. And that's what I tried to do back then too. So it's kind of the same style in that manner. But I mean, it's a whole different style when talking on the phone, right? It's a whole it's a whole different ball game, but
that's right.
It's a lot more immediate and a lot more fun. So
That's true. And we do have a question from Chester. Apart from the minor changes, do you think scammers haven't changed much in the last couple of years?
I, they're a different kind of breed. But they're all the same, right? I, I don't think they have really changed because it takes a certain kind of person to be a scammer. So the scammers aren't really going to change. Like the people that are scamming may change, but it's always going to be the same kind of person. It doesn't, you know. So the type of person scamming isn't gonna just like change over time.
Yeah. Do you find when you bait with Elma, they treat you different than when you bait with your Boda boys?
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. They drop their guard a lot more with women, like older women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I call as Michael, that's why I don't do a lot of Michael. I get called out a lot. I get people are just more intimidated, so they don't want to talk to them at all. Like it's a lot harder, right? They like to take advantage of older women.
Yeah.
Yes, they
And
do.
did they ever get upset, or because I've known it in some of your baits, you fall into the floor and like done some ridiculous things with Elma. Do you find um, they have any sympathy at all when she?
Very not never when I do the ridiculous things.
Okay.
I sometimes I get ones. Well, I think both of you were there the other night. I was doing a
Uh huh.
call with
Mm-hmm.
STS, and
Yes.
the guy just was like, "No, this is a scam, ma'am. You can't don't call this number." And he
Mm-hmm.
just totally gave up and admitted it was a scam. Just because he felt, I think he felt bad. He might have said something that reminded him of his mother or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Yeah.
Right. His
There,
because
I have had them like that in the past. Like that wasn't the first time, as I said at the time, but it's very few and far between, really.
Do you find the PCH guys are more ruthless?
Oh yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
mm-hmm.
I you could like they're few and far between with uh, the Indian scammers, but with the Jamaican scammers, I don't think any of them have any heart whatsoever.
No.
I don't, yeah. I try to test their limits with the ridiculousness that I put them through, with all of the stuff that I throw, all the wrenches that I throw into their gears. I try to test to see how far they will go, and they don't have any limits. I haven't found any anyway. You know,
Wow.
Now, has any of
take
them?
they'll take your last dollar and then wait till you get your social security check to get the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, and they'll even come to your house. I mean,
Yeah,
that's even Takeout has said how dangerous a lot of these guys are
yeah,
because they have come to the person's home. That's why you never want to give out your real name, telephone number, address, anything like that. If you have a text now, that's fine, or a dialer, that actually has a number to call back to. They can't find you that way,
mm-hmm.
but never, ever, ever. I would never give them my address. But again, people do fall prey to these guys. I mean, it's really sad. But at the same time, is that with your voice and Elma being the funny drunk one that she was the other day, last Friday on your premiere,
Yeah,
that was hilarious. But has any of them kind of gone perverted? Because that's what a lot of us women baiters end up getting, is a lot of the sexual innuendos.
Yeah.
Very perverse.
Yeah.
And of course, I know yours is edited and things like that, but I didn't know if Elma had to fall on that line.
Yeah. Oh yes, they do it a lot when they get mad after, like they're pretty much done with everything, right? They'll be like,
Mhm.
I want to do this to you, and like they use it as like a threat mostly. But I have had them. Oh, like one of the first ones I did. He was trying to get me to undress and like and
Oh,
oh, it was just it
oh,
got so cringeworthy. Like I was like,
Mm,
oh.
yeah, I
I'm so
I
sorry.
don't put that kind of stuff into my baits. I kind of
No, thank
have
you.
to,
Thank you.
but yeah,
But it's still
Yeah,
funny. I mean, it's sick, but I'm
Yeah.
glad that you put the funny and the comedy into it.
yeah.
That's what we love.
yeah,
And so if anyone has not watched the last Friday's premiere, needs to go watch it. It is hilarious.
So did you want to show that noob to the video?
Oh yes, yes. This would be a good time.
Noob to pro.
Yes. Again, this is hilarious. It's only about 3 minutes long. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to share my screen again. And let's get to watching this one. It is hilarious. So again, it's called Noob to Pro. So yes, only a minute and 48 seconds. So here we go.
But you don't know where to start. Well, here's Noob to Pro in 5 easy steps. First things first, you want to install some sort of VoIP software on your computer, such as TextNow. It's probably the easiest. You could mess with some other VoIP providers, but I'm not teaching you all that shit. Maybe another time. I shouldn't have to explain it, but in case you're a noob, it's because you call scammers on them. Step 2, you need to prove that you made the call. Don't be a braggy little bitch. Download software to record
Don't be a
that stuff,
braggy
like
little
OBS.
bitch.
There's two
I
with
love that.
OBS in the name. I use Streamlabs. Use what you want. They're basically the same. Don't ask me how to configure it. You need to hit the like so I make more tutorials. Maybe I'll record myself doing that. You could start making calls now and upload them, but who wants to watch audio-only videos? Gross. Step 3, get a damn VM, rookie. That means virtual machine, as in fake computer. You need to allow people to connect to you, or you'll be stuck doing calls to SSA scammers and never amounting to anything. Download VMware or VirtualBox. So you might want to start there, unless you want to pay for it after the trial for VMware, which is better in my opinion. It doesn't matter, you're making this complicated. Just pick one and install an operating system. Step 4, get a VPN, because you don't want them pulling to the
I
same
love this.
Me too. I love
them
it.
find you like you find them. Cover your tracks. Download Proton VPN. This isn't an ad. I have a sponsored one on my website if you want that, but I suggest Proton VPN because it's free with full features for a week. Just sign up every week.
We actually have Proton
Step
right
5,
now.
get some sort of voice altering software. You need to switch it up once in a while to get past these guys. If you're going to be calling the same call center 100 times in a row, and you are going to call 100 times in a row because you're a pro, right? No, you're not a pro. You're still a clueless noob, but I see promise in you. You might say, Boda, you said you would make me a professional. Well, I didn't say professional. I said pro, as in proliferate, to increase rapidly in numbers. To multiply. You are now one of us, and you can join the fight.
Ah, I love that. I absolutely love that.
That is funny. I seen that one. I was like, that's got to be used. Because
Yes.
can you imagine showing that to a noob? It's like,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, yes. But it's hilarious. I mean, you got the tools, but also you got a little comedy to go with it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're
Yeah,
so funny.
you have
And
a
they
great
are
sense of
5 easy steps. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
No.
you don't need anything else other than those 5 steps. I know I've come a long way in the last 6 months. So is Amanda, and so is a lot of other people. So, yeah, we've been just baiting, and I love when you come into SCS and throw on the voice changer and bring Elma out.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good baiter.
Actually, is Elma gonna make an appearance tonight, or are we just gonna have to
she-
drag her?
she might.
Okay.
think she
Okay.
might.
You got to take her off the chain once in a while.
I know.
Let her
But
loose
again,
a little bit.
that is a great video. If you have not watched it, definitely go watch it again, because I think that video is a good way to start. And I think that's what we'll promote that one a lot, because that way it'll help with just different tools that you might need.
So
So,
you said
a great video.
you were telling us earlier that your educational videos don't get a lot of likes. Do you think there's a reason behind that, or is it?
Oh well,
something
I
that-
mean, I was saying that like just shorts in general, like the short videos in general, don't get a lot of likes. But I mean those little ones, any kind of tutorials, they don't typically do well because it's not everybody that subscribes want to watch that, right? So
Yeah, but I mean, your shorts are funny too. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Sorry.
shorts are. They should be. They should have a million likes on them. But
yeah, that shorts are very frustrating. I don't know. I don't know how to use them properly.
right. But your long baits are good too because you put them in such ridiculous places and events that come up. And
Mm-hmm.
I like your character, the tow truck driver.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah.
Michael, yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Good
Yeah,
old Michael.
Where-
Cheers.
A
Where
lot of
did you
people
come
like
up
him.
with?
Well, I kind of get. I had a character in mind from a song actually, a song by Insane Clown Posse. There's a part in it.
Okay.
There's a part in it that there's this big wrecker guy. He comes up and he's, somebody call for a wrecker. And that's where I got that. And that's why Michael will say that a lot, right? Somebody call for a wrecker.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I kind of got him from that, and I played on that a little bit. So
Yeah. And what about Elma? Where did she come from?
Elma came out of nowhere. Like she was
That's nice.
created. I don't know what.
Well, is
She
she
just
a
came to life.
character?
I put a
Well,
hat
is
on her
she-
head and she came to life.
Is she kind of a character that's based off a family member that you have?
Not really. The kind of her mannerisms when she talks kind of are. It's kind of a combination of a couple of people, I think. And then it just
Sorry.
it just she just kind of evolved herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do
Because I was
you
about to say-
like?
Sorry, Katie.
Is there a certain way you like to have her go? Like in a certain way? Like, do you like the weed smoking Elma or the drunk Elma? Or
Oh, I mean, I think they're all good personas for her. So, I mean, some people might not like some of them and like others, but I think I don't do everything in every one. So,
yeah,
there's always something.
Toodaloo
for somebody
to
to
Elma.
Yeah. Toodaloo,
Toodaloo, Elma.
toodaloo, toodaloo, energy, toodaloo, oil, toodaloo.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
But I think
go ahead.
we all can relate though, because Elma does remind us of like a good old family, wholesome grandmother. But man, when she gets drunk, she's funny though. At least she's not like one of those mean drunks, like just.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you let the
Yes,
sled
funny.
dogs out. Oh, you guys are cracking me up tonight. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
No, just
Sometimes I have legitimate help with the drunk Elmas, but most of the time I don't actually. When I purposely record it, but
So, do you mostly record during the day or at night, or when do you usually record?
I have between 11 and 3, and then I mean with the PCH, that's when I'm sitting down and I'm like making calls. But the PCH will call back at any time. Like I could get a call here in a couple minutes from some calls I made today. But
Do they like calling this time of night? Like,
they
it's
will.
so
I've
late.
had them do it.
Oh
Yeah.
my word! Like it's 11 o'clock where you are, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 11 down there
Wow.
too, though.
Oh,
10,
okay.
10 down there.
Okay.
I think it's.
mhm.
Oh, okay. So they they like to stay up late
Yeah.
and call Elma.
Yeah.
She's drunk tonight.
Yeah.
Well, if you do get any calls, just let us know, and we'll let you
Oh yeah, no,
take care of business.
I have it turned off. I'm not,
Okay.
not going to take calls.
Oh, good. Yeah. Some of your calls are just spectacular. Like Elma, I love the way she just plays along with them, and yeah, like I've been watching you for I'm coming up on my 12th month
Yay!
of supporting.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yes,
Year.
thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I remember last year, New Year's Eve, you doing a live stream while watching the fireworks.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
That
That was wild.
Fun. Yeah,
Especially
that
if
was
you
fun.
had a few drinks. You never know what could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've sat in your Discord a couple of times, and one time I made the mistake of calling you Edna. I don't know why. But I called
Hey, a lot of people do
Actually,
it. A lot of people
Edna
do
could be the twin.
I know. I was like, so embarrassed. And it was almost like the first time I talked to you, or I talked to Elma, and it was like I called her Edna, and I'm like, oh crap. Now I feel
think we
embarrassed.
all have. I think I've done that too, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I think Edna should be the twin or the older sister. I think she needs to make an appearance, You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Is there any scam baiter that you haven't worked with yet, but you'd like to?
Oh, there's lots that I
Yeah.
would like to, but I mean, once a channel gets to a certain size, they don't tend to message back, So.
Okay.
But I mean,
Well, here's some of the ones that you listen to, or you get a chance to watch, or maybe watch with your kids.
well, I mean, there's ones that I want to because they do like animation as well, right? I want to collab with somebody that's doing animation, not just a scam baiter. Like there's lots of just like scam baiters that I would love to work with as well, but I really want to work with somebody that does animation. Right?
You know who you should do?
A collab.
There's a person who does collabs, or I think he wants to collab with people and start entering calls that they've made and illustrate them too.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have to get you connected. His Discord, Scam Hunters, and you probably recognize him, but JBTV.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, he added me as a friend on Discord and joined my server, but he hasn't replied to my messages. So
yeah,
that's true.
He's very shy, so you have to like kind of ease him out, just like you.
But he's a very, very nice guy. If you talk with JM/Bloodhound,
yes,
he's actually his right-hand man.
Yeah, he's messaged him on my behalf. He was the first one that messaged him. So
Yeah.
And JB, he's really nice. I've had one conversation with him, and I hope to have some more with him. But I think you two would do great, and especially both your illustrations and the way you do it and the way he does it, and it'd be great. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, any scam baiter, if they want to message me on Discord, I'm always open to.
Because you would.
I mean, if you're there at the times that I am taking calls and I'm on a call, a lot of the times if I can have somebody come into a call, but I need to have their information so that I can, patch them in, conference them in, or send the call to them. So
that would be great. And actually, do you do a lot of the animation yourself, or do you have anyone else that comes and helps you? I
do everything myself. So
nice.
And I just started learning it when I when the animations of Velma started. It was only a couple months ago, but yeah, it takes a lot of time to. That's why I don't do it every episode. It's only
Mhm.
try to do 2 or 3 a month, because I mean it costs a lot for the software actually. So.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus you can use like Adobe. There's so many different like Adobe Illustrator, I think is one that JB TV uses.
Yeah. Well,
So.
I use Adobe Character Animator,
Mhm.
and when you buy that, you have to buy the entire cloud kit. So.
Yeah. Which sucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's something that I would just. I mean, I still need to learn how to make videos. That's what I would love for us to do here, is try to make some videos if we could.
See, I would love to. I mean, I do all of my editing on a very basic piece of software. It's an open source. It's called OpenShot, and I've been using it since I started. And I'm a creature of habit, right? I don't like to change up things. Because one, it takes a lot of. It's good if I change to another piece of software. It takes a lot of to get started, like a lot of learning to get started, and I've tried it a couple times, and I just get frustrated, and I don't have the time to put that much time into learning something else after I've already learned one piece of program, right? So
okay.
So I'd love to learn, but I just don't have the time.
Oh, I know. You're a busy man.
Yes.
Busy man. And Alma keeps you on your toes too, doesn't she? I love the banter between you and Alma. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like most of your videos, most of your premieres on Friday nights, you're like bantering back and forth with Alma.
Yeah, I was doing that a while ago. Last year, I was doing a lot more of those. I would do the intros with her.
Yeah, yeah, they're quite funny. Like, especially when you, because I've talked to Alma. I called in during your live stream on your 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already been. Can you believe it's been 2 years since you've been doing the Friday night premieres?
Yeah,
wow.
It's been. Yeah, that's
a lot
of
time.
Believe,
so, any big anniversary plans that's coming up?
No, just probably another live stream or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
might try to take suggestions or something.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone, start thinking of suggestions to go ahead and feed him tonight. That way he can start thinking about it, and we can say thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was an idea from, Chester Drawers, or hey, that was an idea from. All right. Here's a question. I saw Boda's call last week to a PCH victim. That was the first, I believe. I've never seen a video of his calling a victim. Does he call victims often, or does he have help? Good question, Blake.
Well, I don't usually make calls myself. I have an organization that I deal with that has victim advocates that are trained to call these victims. So this one, it was a victim that actually called me, so it was a little bit different circumstance. So when you're dealing with victims, there's a lot of issues that you need to take into consideration. That it's that I don't think that just any layperson should really try to tackle themselves without some at least rudimentary training in the field, right? So
Right.
I deal with people that are trained to do that.
But I love the fact that your victim, you actually did help donate gift cards. I saw that on your community page. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
That was there was a lot of super chats that come through. So
That's awesome.
Yep.
I know. I thought that was
so
really,
awesome.
really sweet. And
I
it's
cried through that one. I'm sorry. I cried through that one.
no, I mean, the story
I-
impacts you. I mean,
No
ugh.
kidding. I just really cried during that one. I was like,
We were able to send her 3 $25 cards, so we got her half of what it was
Wow.
back, but
Awesome
it's
job.
better than nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
she could just give her grandkids the gift cards and say you can buy whatever you want. She doesn't have internet or anything, but yeah, she could just do that. So
Well, I think what you did is sweet, and that's going to make a big impact in her life, knowing that someone else took the time to hear her, and then you reaching out, and not only did your fans help you, like you said with the super chats. So just think of how many people reached out just to show her, hey, we do love and care about you, and we want you to be taken care of, and here you go. And now she'll be able to say and share her story, I think, because I know it's hard. I mean, I've been a victim, and so is KDA. It is so easy to, get yourself hooked to. It's so I was paying a company $50 a month for over a year and a half, and finally I realized what was going on and made a change. But it's just the paperwork looked legit. And so I think for what you did is great. So I think that's the good thing is that, even though, yes, I've made a mistake of trusting somebody, then now we can pay it forward, by doing other stuff. So kudos to you.
Yep.
And that's what I mean. That's what all of this is, I believe, is about. It's helping those people, right? So
right.
Yeah.
If I can, I'm gonna try to do that monetarily as well.
Right. So Blake, thank you for that question, and Boda, thank you for answering that question as well too. And
I mean, I think our overall goal should be reaching as many people as we can.
Mm-hmm. And that's why if we ever get to that point, like if we start reaching over 1,000 subs here, that's what I want our money go towards. I don't want to go towards me. I want it to go towards to other people. And, if it can help for education, prevention, promotion, or even, help with tools that Takeout might need, or SDS, or say if Boda needs something, it'd be nice if we can do that, but then also be able to pay it back through victims. But so again, just thank you for doing all that. Now, Chester has another question is, what do you find more stressful, live or animating?
Oh, definitely live. I'm not I'm not built for live things. I could sit there and be stressed by myself all day. I'm not into like, there's so many scambaiters that are they're streamers, that's what they do. I can't do that. I can't, for one, I can't just sit there for that long. Like I wouldn't want to get up, every 10 minutes, but when I'm scambaiting, I'll do that. I'll tell them to hold on a minute, and I'll go out and make myself a coffee. I don't care to put them on hold and leave them sit there, right? Because that's what I call passive scambaiting, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do you have anxiety too when it comes to like live?
Yeah, I have. I get social anxiety, and so
I think that's what's keeping me from going live. Is I go to click the button and I just can't. I've tried and tried and tried to click the button, and I just can't. So
you know what? You can if you can do this and then do the calls that you're doing. It's the only thing that's stopping you is fear itself. Like Boda could go live, he would be great at it. If Takeout can do it, then we all could. But again, it's just fear is what's stopping us. And Blake, actually, that question KDA was going to get to you. Remember, we said that we need to get back. So, Blake, if you want to DM KDA in regards to that,
Yes.
she can answer more of that question for you.
Yes. Yes.
Because I think that would be great if you want to help as a victim advocate. So, but just if you don't, are you on? We want to make sure that Blake, you're on Discord, and if not, then Nimi, if you're not, I'm going to shoot you our email, and then that way I'll make sure to give that information to KDA. So,
Awesome.
yes.
Yeah. So Whiskey's got a question down here.
Yes.
How many?
Yes. Go ahead.
So how many calls does it take to get one video worth taking the time to edit and air?
Great question.
Okay. Well, it all depends. Okay, I'll say for Premiere. For Premiere, I can have anywhere between, like, if it's one PCH, like a full saga, I call them, anywhere from 7 to 20 calls.
Ooh, that's a lot of calls.
Yeah, and it can be up to like 4 hours long, and then I would edit out a lot of silence and stuff that I don't want, like, talking addresses and stuff like that. And I could cut it down to about 2 hours. So.
Okay. Dave
has a question. He goes, "What the heck did you pay for my dinner?"
What? I'm going to treat you, man.
Welcome. Hey, and
it's a business expense.
Yes, I did send you the link, Deo, so you're more than welcome to join us.
Takeout should come up too.
Yes. Hey,
Takeout and Deo.
Whiskey, Deo. Because the other day, the reason why we're not putting it on public anymore is because we had a lovely learning opportunity, and we're not going to have it again. But the question is, where's Jane?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anyway, all right, back to you guys. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
But you guys keep, putting in questions. I think they're great. Yes, Jane did ruin it for everybody. So, unfortunately, but if you do have my Discord or want the link, I'll DM you. I'm not going to put it in public forum anymore.
Yeah. But Boda, where do you see yourself in the next year?
In this exact same chair.
Exact same.
Talking on the same microphone.
Do you see anything like changing? Is there anything new you want to try? Is there something you want to plan for?
Collab with TAGOW.
Well, I would like to have. I would like to have more collabs. I would like to be able to produce more content. So I would kind of need some help in like editing. If I had a little bit, I might be able to produce more, but I don't know.
Do you see yourself going full time?
Well, I basically am full time. I don't really want to do more than what I'm doing now. I mean, I take off the weekends, Friday and the weekends, but I mean, that's kind of where I want to be with my work schedule. I don't want to be, I don't want to work all the time. I work full time, but not all the time. I mean, I guess I don't really work full time, but
But what you do though, your content, that's the best thing is that your content brings in people every week.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing. Don't change. But, you know, if it does bring you more every now and then, I think that's great. But we do love your shorts. We love what you do every week. But then also you're trying to balance family and friends and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So I know
Yeah.
it can be difficult. And that's something, how do you do it? How do you balance everything? I mean, that's something we asked Dave last week, but
I schedule everything. Like I basically everything has its time slots, right? And it's pretty simple. Like I do my editing and like get up, get the kids ready, do my editing, get the kids off to school, do more editing, make some calls, do some laundry. I have it usually planned out. It's easy to manage, really, but especially with because as I said, I really like to passively scambait with a lot of these people, a lot of the scammers. I think it's great where I can just be like, just hold on a second, and I put the phone down and I go do my laundry. It's like I waste 20 minutes of their time. I come back and they're still there, or I'll hang up on them. I'll start to give them a card number, and I'll say, oh, just a second, and I'll hang up on them, and they start trying to call me back, and I go walk to the bus to pick up my kids, and I come back and there's 200 missed calls. Right, so they've been sitting there for a half an hour calling off the hook. So
yeah, because Takeout, I mean, he like the other day, he's like, man, I got 90 voicemails. Holy crap. I mean, so, but again, Star Chaser did say that the Tree collab, the Tree Stooges collab would be you, Deo, and Joe Scambait. That's actually a pretty good collaboration, I think. So again, there are a couple more questions. Nigella asked Boda, do you locate them like Wireshark?
I sometimes use Wireshark, but with the PCH, I do more of just Grabify. It's much easier. They don't the PCH don't connect to you. So
okay.
Well, they do that. I can't say they don't because I have seen it, but typically they don't try to connect to a computer in any way.
Oh, so true, Care Bear. So true. The weekend doesn't start until your premiere, Boda. But also, Whiskey has a question for you, and KDA, you may already have this, but where did you come up with the name Boda? Very good question.
Okay. Well, when I was in my early teens, I was into. I played a lot of guitar and stuff, and one of my role models, actually, when I was younger, was Kurt Cobain of Nirvana.
Yes, love Kurt Cobain.
Now I read a biography about him, and when he was a young child, he had an imaginary friend named Boda. So when I got onto the internet and I set up like my first email, in my life, it was Boda_@hotmail.com.
Oh my God, Hotmail.
Yeah, and it was Hotmail before it was bought out by MSN too. So it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I started using the name Boda online for a long time, and then I didn't use it forever. And when I started scambaiting, I was like, I should use that.
I like it.
It's kind of because it was an imaginary friend, right? And kind of imaginary, right? So
no, that's true.
Yeah, because you did use that software where it would like hide you, but you were there. It was like a shadow of you. Mm-hmm. What kind of software was that?
Oh, that's just Snapchat.
Okay.
Yeah, or
a Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Not Snapchat. It's just Snap.
Okay.
Snap camera.
Snap camera. Okay.
That's it.
Because I know Snapchat does have filters, which are great, but I don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
Good night, Chester. Sorry, everyone. Chester is leaving the house now. He's going to
Good night,
bed.
Chester.
Good night, Chester. Cheers. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And Doug Doom also has a question. Again, this is kind of about the victim, so it's up to you if you want to answer this one. But do you find victims that need a lot of help, like the police?
I believe they all need help from the police, really, because if a scammer is giving their information, they're obviously on the hook and like being manipulated. A lot of times, though, the police really can't do a whole lot, except for you can call in a welfare check, and they will go check on them and to tell them like that they'll ask them if they don't usually tell them that they're being scammed. They'll ask them if they're being scammed, and the person will just say no, and they have to leave, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of especially here in Canada, they make a lot of videos of grandparents who have been scammed, and they'll show up at the house and they'll say, "Oh, are you being scammed?" And they're like, "No, I'm not being scammed." And then they can't do anything. It's like we checked, no, but yeah,
They need to have more education, you know?
yes.
yes,
That's so. How do we get more education out there, Boda? What is your take on that? How do we get more? How do we reach more?
That's a great question, Katie.
yeah. I mean, if I knew that's $1 million question right there.
I know.
Right?
I know. Like, I'm just wondering if you have any ideas on how to reach more.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
sorry. We have someone called Elma's Latex.
oh yes, Elma likes jugs of latex, big 50-gallon.
Yeah, Elma's Latex. We'll get to you here in just a minute. Don't leave. Don't leave. But if you could show your face, that would be greatly appreciated. Sorry. Oh my gosh. But again, I think it's very important, like with the education. Now we do have one video about your spam email. Do you want to kind of go through that one real quick?
The what? Sorry.
It's the how does a spam email work? Your video that you have.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Deo says let that latex man in. Okay. All right, Deo. You better not do what happened Sunday. All right.
Weren't you part of the weren't you part of that, Dale? I think you might have been. I think you might have.
Yes. All right. We're gonna add in Elma's latex, and I'm praying we don't get another banana peel going on here. All right, here we go. Hey, Elma's latex man friend.
Elma, I'm still covered in latex, Elma. Doggone it.
I know that word. Oh my god, I know that
Oh yeah.
You never taught me how to take it off. You just told me how to put it on.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm dying. Oh.
So you gotta answer him, Alpha?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Boda?
I did have a real question though, if that's okay.
No, we're so glad you're
'cause
here.
I can't stay, so I just wanted to ask him this question because I do have to get going. But so you and I both know like there are growing communities of I guess you could say like, so for example, when I was visiting, I noticed in your area there was like a growing community of people from India, and I'm not sure how the Jamaican like community is there. But like I know in my city, like they're both huge communities. So I guess my question deals more or less with like showing your face and what you feel are like what's the good thing about showing your face and or the pros and cons about not showing your friends face as well. I just want to know based on like the reason I don't beat the PCH scammers is I have way too many Jamaican friends, and I have a feeling someone would share my video and someone would be like, "What a blood clot is that, man? What the, what the bloodness, So I'm like always like terrified about that. So sir, I want to know how you're going to tell these people about the publisher's clearinghouse and how you don't show your face, like that kind of thing. So.
Well, I mean, I'm not too concerned about it myself because, I mean, me, I don't go anywhere, so I mean, and there's not a lot of pictures up there. I'm not an Instagram kind of person, or like, there's no way that they're gonna find me from just my face or even a video of me. So I'm not really worried about it. I mean, some people might be, but I've
Yeah, that would be
not...
that would be a worry that I would.
I
Yeah,
get the threats all the time. I just got a threat the other day from the guy, the Deborah Holland. He was like, "Oh, if I find out where you are, I'm going to blow your head off."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it all the time. It's not. I'm not. There's really not. I don't think there's a huge Jamaican community here anyway. But.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want to know because I know. Yeah, it's just very interesting because you never know who will know who's connected to who and who shares what. And so sometimes I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, because I show my face. So sometimes I'm like, I just never wear any of my like merch or anything anywhere. So I'm like,
Well, KDA will do that for you. And then I need to buy some merch too. I need to get you, Deo, and I need to get you, Boda. So it'll be
all right. Thanks for answering my question, man.
You're welcome.
Hey, thanks for coming on. I didn't
We
know if
need
you were
a-
going to be
we
able
need
to
a
or not.
camera. We need a Canadian meetup someday.
Oof,
You,
man.
Code, and me.
Be tough.
Yeah, I
You
know.
guys can do that and then Zoom it or do like something like here, and then and do a live feed for it. Something that can happen. And then also, y'all welcome to come to Oklahoma. So just come on down.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, Deo,
All right.
thank you so
Later,
much
guys.
for.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later. Oh, that was great. I'm glad he came. Thank you, Deo.
Yeah, and I love his name too.
I know. At first, I wasn't too sure because I was like,
no.
oh no, because I shared links.
Yeah,
And
I believe the collab that we did, me and Deo, there was lots of latex involved there.
That is true.
Nice.
That is true. That is true.
Is that
All
the one you shared on the Friday night one?
And then we made a call.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So that's how it all worked.
No.
I think it's great that you guys did that, and we did share it last week, and it was so much fun listening to you guys just talking, and you were in your character and you were in your zone, and then he was just like, how can I help you? And just, it was great. It was great. We didn't get to hear all of it. But again, Deo, thank you so much for doing that. And but we do kind of need to look at some time right now because it is 9:38. So we have been live streaming for over an hour. And so again, if you guys have any more questions, which looks like we do by Blake, Boda does seem to do a lot of PCH scams. What does he think is the most devastating scam and why? Great question, Blake.
Well, they all have aspects to them that are devastating. They all can take basically everything from a person. So it's really hard to decide what is the most devastating. I try to go after what is most prolific out there. So when they were doing crazy amounts of SSA. That's what I was doing. So
Yeah.
to try to knock down on that, because it's really a numbers game. That's all scammers are, is a numbers game. They put out enough. If they put out 1 million calls, they're going to get some. They have it down to a math equation. I'm sure they know they put out 1 million calls, they're going to at least get this back. So I try to do the ones that are most prolific. But the PCH seem to be growing at a very fast rate.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
And with them too, the decision, to Scambait them also comes because they give a lot of good information about victims, right? So
Yeah.
if I can almost guarantee helping a victim every call that I do, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call them. I could call 100 Indian scammers and never get a victim information from them, right? Because they don't do the same kind of thing. So that kind of weighs it more for me.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. You can find out who the money mule is and all that kind of jazz. So
I've gotten an address from a PCH, one that was never used before. So I got a brand new address and I passed it on to the right people. But it feels good when you get those addresses and they turn out to be valid, and you can get them like shut down, or like the bank accounts or the addresses can be investigated and stuff like that. Really good feeling.
It is. And Star Chaser just said that a Jamaican national sentenced for stealing money from elderly Americans through the Jamaican-based lottery scams.
Yeah.
So
well, they do have. I provide information to a joint task force that's actually down in Jamaica. It's between the FBI and law enforcement down there. So when we get information for PCH scammers with IPs, unfortunately they don't deal with the victims of it. So the victim information goes one way, and then the scammer information goes another way. But there is an active joint task force that is down there that specifically is investigating these guys. So, and they're willing to take all sorts of information to act on. So
yes, and that's who we need. I mean, we need as much collaboration with all the different forces that we have. And so, like you said, if you can get that information to him and he can actually do something with it, that's the big impact. And so maybe he was the one that helped him get this person arrested. So, and
well, if there's any scambaiters that do PCH as well, and have this kind of information like IP addresses and stuff like that, I have a form, like a Google form, that downloads into a spreadsheet. And if anybody has that kind of information, I'd be happy to give that link to, and they can use that form and submit that information that will go directly to the FBI.
Good.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing that. That's great. Excuse me.
And how do they get a hold of that form? They just reach out to you?
Well, they would reach out to me, and I can send them the link. It's a private link, of course, but
okay. All right. Yeah, that would be great, because not a lot of people like the PCH because of how long they can go. But I mean, I've got an address in less than half an hour, so.
Yes. Oh yeah, they'll give an address real quick, and then I try to ring them out. Like I'll try to get more, say, oh, I send it. Oh, they the bank called and said that account is under investigation. What's going on here? And then they scramble to get another one. So
and you can get like three or four.
They're so gullible that you can do it like multiple times with them,
and they don't even care.
No,
They
they'll
just it's almost like they have a never-ending list of addresses.
well, they are networked. They network together. They will have one person that runs a you know like a voicemail where they collect the callbacks and then they send it out to different people. They're very they're getting a lot more organized too. I'm
So
noticing.
there's groups of them, right?
Oh
That work
yes,
together.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. One other question I had is, when you do get an address or something like that, um, when you report them, it goes straight to the FBI too, right? I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Well, when we report the PCH, yeah, the scammer information goes to the FBI.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
They don't really deal with the victims because that's not really in
Yeah.
their purview. So
Yeah.
Wow. 77.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a couple other questions. From Whiskey, is there a scam you wanted to bait and haven't yet, Boda?
more Canadian scams.
Yeah.
I get them all the time on my own cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
but
Uh-huh.
they are set up a totally different way that they don't the
Do you get
callback,
the?
they don't have any callback numbers, so I only have one chance, and for some reason every time they pick up, and it's always like CRA instead of SSA, it's
Yeah.
CRA.
Oh, yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and they yeah, I can't get past giving them my name, and they just hang up. So
Uh,
Oh, darn it.
do you think they have your name like on file?
no, what I think
No.
from the how they dial is that they pick a number, they use that
Mm-hmm.
number as their caller ID, and then they call the 1,000 numbers or whatever up from that
Mm-hmm.
number. So the number when it's calling you, it looks very similar to yours. So you think, oh, it's a local number, right? But
Yeah.
that number is actually it's spoofed. It's a spoof number, so it's not actually a
Mm-hmm.
callback number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because anytime you
Yeah.
hear that boop, yeah, then you know it. Because I get it all the time on
Yeah.
my cell phone, but a lot of them are definitely spoofed. Because I'll try to call them back on my text now number,
Yeah.
and then I don't get lucky.
Yeah, my
But
80-year-old client gets a lot of scam numbers, and they're coming from Quebec, New Brunswick. Some of them come from the States too, but most of them come from like um, Ontario, stuff like that. And it's just, um, I got a couple of them from Amazon. Oh, your account's been charged. Call this no or number one.
Yeah.
But that's on my
Mhm.
regular. That's on my regular cell phone.
yeah, it's scary how they'll get your number, and a lot of it is because the third party will pay for it,
Yeah.
and that's why I get mad if my cell phone carrier gave them my number. I was ticked off when they started getting calls, but now it's kind of fun to mess with them when I can. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. So what other scams do they have here in Canada that would just be here in Canada?
Dill. Sorry. There's another question for you afterward. Excuse me.
Do you know any, Boda?
Not really. Not that would be just Canadian, but yeah.
Do you think the Canadian cell phone companies are any better at blocking them than the States? Or
I'm not sure. I've been trying to figure out why there's a difference between the two. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's a good thing or I don't know.
Okay.
It-
If
That
you ever
really, it
need any
actually
help,
really confuses me because I just don't understand why it's different for. I think it has to do with there's a thing called shaken and stirred, which is a protocol for phones that involve caller IDs, and the legislations between the United States and Canada. There's like they adopted it at different times and implemented it different times in different networks. So I think that has to do with it. I think it was implemented in Canada earlier, so
okay.
they can't or later. See, it confuses me. I don't know what's
It's
going
okay.
on.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
getting late anyway.
Yeah.
So we have about
Yeah,
10
but
more minutes, just FYI. So if anyone who has any further questions, please don't hesitate to get those out. But for
I
Boda,
just
it's getting
wanna
kind of late. So
I just want to say if you ever need any help researching that question,
Yeah.
I'm always available.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'd like to know too, so
Hmm.
why it's so different between the two countries.
yes, actually, there's another question in regards like the workshop for victims. Again, that's where you can go through KDA. But a lot of that information is more on the private side.
Yeah.
But again, you
I
can
do
email.
know a
Go ahead.
little bit about it.
Well, of course you do. I just didn't know
Yeah.
if you want to kind of address that tonight,
Yeah.
or if you just want us to get questions. They can
Yeah.
email us at ScambaitBeyond@gmail.com.
They do. There's a office for victims in the United States that handles a lot of training for different aspects of law enforcement, and and one of them is victim advocacy. So there is online courses that you can do to become certified as a victim advocate. It's a lengthy course, not really that long, but it does take a little bit of
Time.
Right.
time.
It does a little bit of time, but the public, it's more on the, wouldn't you say the private sector, Boda?
Yeah, it's for the private sector.
Mhm.
It's under the Department of Justice, but it's for the private sector for really anybody. So
Okay. And
Yep.
here's a couple of questions. Whiskey, let's see. Hold on. We got two questions actually. Boda, what do you think of the average prank scams that just messes with everyone, including legitimate businesses, but is funny as hell?
oh, I love ownage pranks. I'm sure that he's well, some of them's kind of I believe I've seen some of them that kind of are borderline harassment with them, but I mean, prank calls are legal. You can prank call anybody.
Anybody.
Like
Yeah.
as long as you don't continue to call them, then it becomes
Right.
harassment, right? So it doesn't matter if it's a legitimate business. You can call them. I used to, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of prank calls. So
Mhm.
prank calls are hilarious. I
Okay.
used to be when I was like probably 11, 12.
Okay.
I'd come home from school with my best friend, and we'd go to his place, and his parents would be gone, and we'd take out the phone book and just start calling people in the yellow pages.
Ask if the fridge is
Hilarious.
running or
Yes, yeah.
we'll catch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do like prank calls, but I was Mary Kay from Mary Kay Cosmetics. That's how I started. So I was kind of young. Here's another question for you. Because as you know, we absolutely adore your children. And we already know what skills and strengths they have. But Whiskey says your kids seem to think your scam baiting is cool, but they're young. When do you think they'll start saying cringe when talking about your scam baiting?
Probably in about 2 years. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Right now-
the advice that I've gotten from other people, yeah, I only have about 2 years left of the
Yes.
daddy's cool stage.
Yes. Mom
And I'll
was
be
cool
lucky
at
if I
one
have that.
I think you will. I think you will. You're going to be lucky. My daughter did Scambaiting when she was 11 up until she was about 14.
Yeah.
And then she kind of quit doing that. So, but again, if your kids want to still continue in the same path, I say go for it. And they also need to, whenever we have a roasting on, maybe if we do a roast sometime in the near future, like say if we reach a goal,
Yeah.
I want your children involved on that because they are great roasters.
Yes. Yeah, he's great. He's great.
Yeah. They are all both great kids.
Yes.
Great.
All right, guys.
Great.
It's
They have a great father too.
Is it?
oh my gosh,
Who,
yes.
Boda? Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know.
There's
Hi,
Elma.
Elma.
Hey, there's
Elma.
my best
You're
friend.
going to get his head all blown up bigger than it already is. Goodness.
Aw.
Dipshit. I don't.
I know. Did he let you off the chain tonight?
Oh my goodness. Well, he threw the key underneath the door and said, "You're allowed out." He didn't let me. I had to do it myself.
Oh, poor woman.
Oh
Poor
gosh.
woman.
So
Poor woman.
what's going on here? What do we have going on here?
We're just chit chatting with the Boda, and now we're gonna chit chat with you too.
Yeah. So Elma, what do you think of your premiere? I mean, wasn't it incredible of what you did with that PCH guy Friday?
Goodness, he's just the same old dipshit as the rest. They will do anything. They're like sitting on a pig with a carrot in front of it. Or is it a pig that you sit on? Or I don't. But they're like the pigs that you sit on, and you can lead them around anywhere. They don't.
Yeah, they'll go anywhere with you, Elma.
Mm-hmm.
They like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a big fan base. I mean,
yes.
Look how many. I mean, and Rabbit's correct. Elma is delightful.
Yes.
And
Elma's very delightful.
yes, and Care Bear, she wants to be Elma when she grows up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I still haven't grown up either.
You don't want to be me when you grow up. Oh my goodness. My joints and my back and my goodness, my glaucoma and my
I know it's sad getting older, but you know what? You're more wiser, and you also have a lot more health insurance.
There you go.
Well, I keep getting top ups and like extra coverage. It seems like every day they keep calling and giving me every extra coverage, and I take it every time. So I must have the best health coverage in the country by now. I swear.
Have you ever watched the show Fried
Green Tomatoes? Like Obamacare on steroids or something. I don't know.
What about those loans too? You must have like millions of dollars from the loans.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I am set for life. I'm more than set for life. I'm up there. I'm close. I'm getting close to Elon Musk by now. I'm telling you.
I know.
Yes. Oh, good.
I'm gonna buy Facebook. Is what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna buy Facebook.
Yes.
Elon
has Twitter. I'm gonna have Facebook.
You're gonna be
and
the prime minister.
Together we're gonna be a twit face.
Twit face.
I mean, he agreed in an email, so I'm going to hold him to it. I think I have a case. I said we should merge and call it a twit face. Yes.
Of course, you would come up with that. Oh my goodness, Selma.
Oh my gosh! Hey,
oh my goodness, twit face. Oh my goodness. That was funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we're both crying.
You know what? Yeah, Whiskey's right. You guys, we only have about a minute left.
Yeah.
But Elma, you have been a pleasure. But also, we're so thankful that Boda you decide to come in. We do have one question for you though. Is
Yes,
what?
of course.
I know you don't change your voice with helium, but what kind of voice changer do you use? Is our last question for
Well,
tonight.
I mean, if you had watched, there was a video. I don't know if any of you watched it. It was called. Boda did it without my help. It was called Noob to Pro, and I think he told
Noob to Pro.
he told
It told you in the
he
video,
told
right?
in the
Number
video
4.
that was he uses some sort of, I don't know what he uses, but
Yes.
I
So
mean,
again,
I think it
everyone
has.
go watch.
I use 25 years of smoking joints as a voice changer.
Of course you do.
Changed it a little bit, but I think I would be a
Thank that
a
Mary
little bit higher
Jane.
pitch.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
you're killing me.
That's the only voice changer
I
I
love
have.
it.
And that also that what do you call it? A good kush?
Oh, which the Alaskan
wife?
Thunderfuck or the,
Yeah.
the oh my goodness, that Alaskan or the Pineapple Express also is really
That one is
Yes.
good too.
Oh my gosh.
That first one though. That's
Yes. So again, everyone go watch Noob to Pro and 5 Easy Steps. Also, how does spam email work? We didn't even get to that.
we didn't.
We also have ridiculous loan reason. So again, I'm sorry we didn't get to watch all those tonight. But everyone, we want to thank each and every one of you all for joining us tonight. I hope you had a great time. I have laughed my ass off. So thank you for letting me burn off some calories this evening, Boda. I can't thank you
and
enough.
Elma.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you
Elma.
all.
So
And
again,
thank you all to all the viewers out there in the interweb land.
yes,
So you're doing this all on the interwebs, right?
yes, we are
we're
doing
doing
it
it
on the
on the interwebs.
yes on the interwebs,
And
the www.
Well, how does this microphone get on the interwebs?
Oh, I don't know. It's a mystery.
It is a mystery. It is a mystery, and
Yes.
Well, that's one good thing about having Boda around. Is that at least he can do all that.
Well,
sort of
he
nonsense.
ain't that much of a dipshit, is he?
No, he's definitely a dipshit. That is not.
Yes, he is, but we love him. And
I know we do.
Don't you
We
love
do.
him
We're
too, Alma?
gonna stay with Boda. We're gonna stay with Boda.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And Elma, you are just a delight. You were hilarious. You probably need to take your medication because it is getting late. So don't forget.
Yes.
I gotta do the same thing.
Yes. You need me to come and help you, Elma, or are you good?
Oh, I think well, I do need help with my bunions. If you,
I can come scrape them off for you.
Oh my gosh.
I can help with them.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I still want to take you dancing some night at the Legion.
Oh,
That would be-
I cut a rug. I tell you, I cut a rug.
Oh, me too. Me too. We'll have to go.
I would
to the
love to
Legion
see that.
and
I
get
would
our
absolutely
drunk
love to
on
see
and steal all the boys. Just you and
Yes,
me,
yes.
and me, Alma.
But again, just thank you so much for everything. Boda, is there anything, or Elma, is there anything that you'd like to share before we sign off? And then KDA, and then also Whiskey, if you'd like to come up.
You have anything, Boda?
No, I'm good. Thank
No?
you all. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Well, and thank you for
and
I
thank
know,
you for
thank
letting her off the chain.
yes, thank you. And
I'm
we
crying,
appreciate
I'm
you guys.
laughing
Well,
hard.
and that's what we love. Like when you're starting out the video and you have Elma and you together, y'all just work so well together. You got to give her
Maybe
all
I should bring that back. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
would
yes,
love
please
to see
do.
that
Please
back.
do. And
Yes.
so again, we just
I
thank you
love
all.
when Alma calls you a dipshit. It's so funny.
All right. No, I love it. I love it. So, KDA, do you have anything for tonight? We appreciate the questions that you asked.
No, that's everything that I wanted to know. I know a little bit more about the greatest scambaiter alive.
Yes.
Thank you.
And still love watching you. I still enjoy every video, every short that you put out on the weekdays. I'm like the first one watching it. Well, I try to be the first one to like it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I will endeavor to keep it funny.
Yes, and
You don't have you
even if,
don't take you hard. It doesn't take hard for you to keep it funny. Oh my gosh. But
no, and even the
again,
serious ones are entertaining too. So
yes.
you
Yes,
don't
and-
always have to have it funny
No, and I
for
think
me
that's
to
the
watch it. For me to
Right.
watch it, anyways.
right. Same
I
thing
like
for me.
Yeah, I like the serious ones, and I like the funny ones.
I do too. So keep up the great work.
Yeah.
Everyone, please, if you have not subscribed to Boda Scambaits, please do so right now. And he will help with continuing his education, prevention, promotion, and also will make you laugh your ass off. And so again, Boda, thank you so much for being here tonight. It was a pleasure. And I hope that you do come back again at any time.
Yeah.
And, again, KDA, also thank you very much to our mods. Thank you guys for everything that you've done. Whiskey, you've done an excellent job in the back. Thank you so much, Whiskey, for everything that you've done and continue to do. And we just want to thank you guys for watching, and that we hope that you will join us for the next live. It's going to be all girls this time, and it's set for this coming Sunday at 1 p.m.
Yep.
And then we're going to take some time off, of course, for the holidays. But our last guest for the year is going to be Nope.
Nope. And
best
we're
friends.
gonna try and get
Mark
Mark
Peter
up here too.
and other folks. And so again, but tonight was fantastic. I hope you guys had a great time. And I certainly did. And Boda, we're going to have to do this again. And we're going to just have to probably have Elma next time.
Yeah.
So you may have to
Do
be
that.
kicked off
Sure.
the curb, Boda. But again, I hope everyone has a great night. Please go continue watching and supporting your favorite or just any other scambaiter out there.
Yes.
So again, just stay safe, have fun,
And fight
and
the
let's
good fight.
yes, and let's scambait further and beyond. So, all right, have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bodo.
Hello.
Go down. Bam.
Boom.